Hello everyone. In this lesson, you will learn how to form present simple tense. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to form positive, negative, and interrogative sentences using present simple tense. I will give you examples and practice questions in the end. So let's start. In present simple tense, there are two important things. One is subject and the other is verb, base form of the verb. So we always use base form of the verb in present simple tense. If we use the subject I and the base form of the verb is work, we form a positive sentence. I work. I work. Period. It's a positive sentence. It's a complete sentence. You can make longer sentences like I work hard every day. I work for a corporation. I work remotely from home. I work as a teacher. I work on creative projects. But in all sentences, there is a subject I and base form of the verb work. I work hard every day. You can use any verb in base form to form a present simple sentence, such as I work, I eat, I sleep, I laugh, I talk. These were the positive sentences. Now let's go back to our example. I work is a positive sentence. How to make negative sentence? I do not work. We add helping verb do and add not next to it. I do not work. That's a negative sentence. I do not go. I do not help. I do not eat. I do not sleep. But in spoken language, we usually use the reduction and we reduce do not to don't. I don't work. I don't go. I don't sleep. I don't talk. I don't walk. In writing, it's spelled like T-O-N, then we put apostrophe and then T. I don't. In informal writing, like if you're writing a comment on a video or writing a text, you will say, I don't work. In negative sentence, we start with the subject, like in a positive sentence, with I in this case. Positive sentence is I work, negative is I don't work. But in a question, we bring do before the subject. So it's do I and then base form of the verb, work. Do I work? Do I sleep? Do I talk? Do I go? Do I speak? Do I listen? As I told you in the beginning that there are two important things in the formation of present simple tense, subject and form of the verb. If the subject is I, you, we, they, or a plural subject, then the base form of the verb is used in its original form. I work, you work, we work, they work. I don't work, you don't work, we don't work, they don't work. Do I work? Do you work? Do we work? Do they work? Do people work? But if the subject is he, she, it, or a singular subject, we add s at the end of the base form of the verb. He works, she works, it works. I work, he works, you work, she works, we work, it works, they work, Sarah works, people work, Adam works. Now, how to turn a positive sentence into negative or a question form if the subject is he, she, and it. We add es next to do and it becomes does. He does not work. And we reduce it like that. He doesn't work. She does not work. She doesn't work. It does not work. It doesn't work. And in a question form, we will bring does before the subject. Does he work? Does she work? Does it work? If it is I, you, we, and they, then it's do for the question before the subject and do not for the negative, but does not and does if the subject is he, she, or it. Here is the recap of what we have learned so far. I work, subject is I, and work is base form of the verb. It's an affirmative or positive sentence. I do not work. I don't work. And the question form is do I work? You work. You don't work. Do you work? We work. We do not work. Do we work? They work. They don't work. Do they work? He works. He doesn't work. Does he work? She works. She doesn't work. Does she work? It works. It doesn't work. Does it work? Always remember that we use s with the base form of the verb if the subject is he, she, or it, or a singular subject. But we do not add s with the base form of the verb if the sentence is negative or a question. Instead, we add es with do and it becomes does. She does not work. Does she work? When we ask questions using do or does, such as do I work? Do you work? Do we work? Do they work? Does he work? Does she work? Does Sarah work? Does it work? The response will be in yes or no. So that's why they are called yes or no questions. But for the questions where we demand or want a response or some kind of information, they start with question words. Question words are what, when, where, why, how much, how many, how often, etc. So what would we do then? Simply we add one of these question words before do I work. So before do or does, you will add a question word. Why do I work? So I have to give a reason here. I have to give some kind of information. It's not simply yes or no question. When do you work? Where do you work? How often do you work? You can do the same with he, she, it, or singular subject by saying, why does she work? Why does he work? Why does Sarah work? Using who. Who do you know? Who do they like? Who does he want? Who lives next door to you? Here are a few questions we are not using do. Instead, we are using base form of the verb with es. Who teaches English at your school? Who goes shopping every morning? If you have any questions about present simple tense, please ask me in the comment section. You can also write examples in present simple tense and I will answer those questions. Don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section and I'll see you again with another lesson. Until then, bye.